Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
This is a real-time video. It is June of 2022 and we have just stayed 2 weeks in Yellowstone, so we were going to share just verbally our stay there and our experience that we had there. And then we were there when all the flooding and everything happened, so we thought we would share all that with you. We're Bob and Barb. We've lived by the rules all of our lives, but in 2020 we threw that rule book out the window. We sold our home and moved full-time into an RV with our cat Amelia, and from now on we will be living life our way. Don't you want to come travel in our world?
Yeah, we spent 2 weeks at Saltell Resort, which was a beautiful site.
Island Park.
Yeah, Island Park. And
Idaho.
We were glad to be up on the hill and not down into the actual campground.
Yeah, the park itself is set up that I think they have kind of an old campground at the bottom, and then they've kind of built on top a lodge and cabin, and they've got like 4 big rig parking spaces that are up on the kind of the driveway.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing, I'm going to say right now, for people that stay inside the cabins. And then since it's kind of a real resort, they have like a restaurant and a gym and stuff, and the restaurant does big business on the weekends. So people are parking kind of outside your rig in the parking spots and confused maybe why you're there. So they're walking around your rig, they're looking at things, they don't know the things they don't know. Don't walk through someone's campsite and all that kind of stuff. You know, we had some people circling our truck, like looking in the window, and we're like, okay, and then kids
were like, it's not for sale.
And then kids were skateboarding outside. The one kid was trying to learn how to do a flip, you know, where you jump and the board flips, and he couldn't do it, and he almost hit his head I don't know how many times on our hitch. I finally went outside and said, look, I wanted to be like, look dude, you ain't gonna get it, go jump down there by the cabins, but I was like, I don't want you to get hurt, so maybe just move on. But the campground, it was our most expensive stay that we've had on our thing going west so far, but it was all we were able to get into, even with booking ahead of time.
Yeah, we spent 2 weeks there, and we had, as far as weather, we had everything. We had rain, sleet, hail, snow.
2 days of sunshine.
Yeah, it was mainly pretty cold, but it was doable. And we got to go to Yellowstone 5 times.
Yeah.
And we rode the motorcycle all the times, and we
rode the motorcycle instead of taking the truck on the cold days, which was almost every day.
Yeah.
In order to save diesel fuel. So we did save a lot of money by taking the bike in, which is what we wanted to do anyway. We just would have preferred it to be
a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. We probably rode about 600 miles, so we covered pretty much the whole bottom half of the park. They say the park is built to sound like a figure 8.
Yeah.
So we covered the whole bottom side.
Yeah, we covered the west. We were on the west side. We went in the west entrance. We used our national park pass to get in. It was $30 for motorcycles, $35 for cars. We got in free every day, and we explored the west very well.
Yeah, I think that pass got you a week. So if you
bought a pass there at the gate.
Yeah. If you paid the $35 for a car, $30 for a motorcycle, it was for a 7-day pass.
Yeah, that's right. So we, on the west side, we did see every single thing there is to see. And we started out with Old Faithful, and we saw everything. I mean, even the small stuff that maybe people don't normally go and talk about seeing. Let's see if I can put this down to get some of this.
Yeah, some of the little quiet drives and stuff we did. We did everything because we just wanted to cover it all.
We chose to go to Mammoth Hot Springs, which was a very unique experience. I mean, we are going to have videos on all of this. It's just going to be a little bit later down the road. But we did ride down there, and we rode all the way to the north entrance. We rode, how many miles was it?
Probably 70, 80 miles from our campground, I'd say.
But we rode all the way down to the north front entrance, which was pretty different. We did some shoots with the Can-Am going through it. It's just beautiful because it's going to lead you into Theodore Roosevelt's National Park after that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe we'll focus on going downhill here real quick. feel like we're flying.
We're doing going down to 6% grade here.
Yep. So this is real time taking you down a grade with us. On the Can-Am, we also had some grades, especially I think it was on the north side, right? We had some 6% grades that went down twice, and a 7% grade that went down. The streams primarily run right by the road. So still getting used to all the grades out here out west. But the rains came, what, 3 days ago?
Yeah, we had 2 days of just non-stop rain.
I mean, like, we've never had rain like that in our camper. We hardly are ever in rain, or if it rains, it's quick and it's gone.
Yeah, it was relentless for a couple of days where it just rained. Well, where we were in Island Park, it kind of started out with snow and sleet and all that stuff. The one day we had hail that come down that was probably about the size of your pinky, and then it turned into about the size of a nickel.
Yeah.
And it built up 2 inches deep outside of our camper, and it stayed because it was 38 degrees. So normally we're used to the hail coming down and it melting right away. This hail
Stayed.
It stayed till the morning.
Yeah.
It did not melt.
I mean, it was really super weird. So we do have some video on that will be, when we do our videos, that we'll have that in there. But that was super weird for us. But the rains were torrential, heavy winds, sleet, snow, just crazy, freaky weather like I've never seen. Keep on. No, I was the one flashing out. Okay. Crazy freaking weather like we have just never seen. I mean, it was Friday and Saturday anyway, and we had already decided we don't go to any kind of parks or big, touristy things on Friday and Saturday because there's just too many people and it gets crazy. And I can't believe that guy has the dog in the back of the truck with it being 25 or 35 degrees outside.
Passing us where
Yeah.
we're 65 down a hill.
That guy there in his pickup truck has a Doberman Pinscher in the back, and it's like 35 degrees outside. So people, yeah, there's a lot of non-thinking people out there, I think, anymore. But it was bad. I mean, we were grateful to be up where we were because the rain just washed away, but our park was pretty mucky and pretty nasty down below.
Yeah, we were on nothing. We were on asphalt and a concrete pad, so it had great runoffs, and we had no flooding where we were at all. But the lower park, like Barb said, where it dropped off a big slope, it got really nasty back there.
Yeah.
So we were glad we were up in the
Yeah.
parking lot, as some people called it, but
I didn't
was
care.
glad to
It
have
was
the
fine.
parking lot. It was full of hookups, and it was beautiful.
I mean, part of the reason we're doing this video because people were worried about us and wanted to make sure that we are okay, and we are okay. For people who may not know, Yellowstone is closed. All entrances are closed into Yellowstone. That happened 2 days after the rain, because after 2 days of the rain, they had massive heavy flooding. And if you have seen it, I'm sure you've seen the videos, because we saw all the waterfalls on the north side, and they were beautiful. And some of them were still coming over like waterfalls, but then gushing over in massive amounts of water. They washed away the road, they washed away bridges.
The Yellowstone River had its, I guess, record floods. It took out the roads, all the roads that we rode on out to Mammoth
Or like
are
one
pretty
of the
much
last
gone.
people that got to ride on it because we were late that day doing it.
And the report is that it's
So sad.
the north side is not going to be open for this whole season.
Well, they think that the
Devastating.
north, I was reading late last night in order to be ready for this video, that it's not going to be open for a long time. They are working on, they said the south is the most stable, so they are working toward getting the park stable enough that they feel they can open it from the south side. And I don't know anything about camping in there or anything, but opening it up. But then they're probably going to go to a reservation system where you're going to have to go online to the national park system and get a pass to get in, because they're trying to determine when do we open it and how many people do we let in, because they got to be able to control the situation, because the north is totally gone. I think there's issues in the east. We don't know anything about the west. I keep getting questions on, all the traditional stuff that we see. So I'm assuming that it's fine because I've not seen or read or heard anything about it.
Yeah, I think they talked about the west being able to open pretty quickly too.
They have taken all the campers on all the sides and have pushed them out of the park for their own safety. They have canceled reservations, which is horrible for campers like us from coming into the park, but there's no place for them to go. So we went into West Yellowstone, the town, yesterday, just to get a little bit of groceries, and it was super crazy. Just dispersed campers everywhere, people trying to get food at the grocery store, restaurants were busy. It was crazier than it had been just because so many people had been forced into the town.
Yeah, we feel very blessed that we were able to get up to the north side before all this devastation happened. It's like we were like one of the last ones to actually drive that road up to the north to Mammoth to see all that, and to get to the north entrance. That's where all the devastation is. So we were very blessed about that we were able to do that.
We will tell you, at least where we were in Idaho, and then when we went to go to Yellowstone, we would go into Montana. And then when we left Montana, and then once you go into the entrance with Montana, then you're in Wyoming. So we were in 3 states all the time. There's not any real grocery stores around here. There's no Walmarts or, normal chains. It's all small grocery stores, and people have been asking us since we've been traveling out west. And I was trying to get a gauge yesterday, but I couldn't, like on a 12-pack of pop. When we first got here at the little grocery store, the 12-pack of pop was almost $7. And then the second week we were here, it went up to being almost $8. A loaf of bread was about $6 or something, $6 something.
Yeah, their diesel fuel's all already north of $6 a gallon.
Yep.
So we were able to get it for $5.74, I think, and we were glad to get it that, which we didn't need. We just topped off our auxiliary tank in the back. So
yeah, this place taught us that we need to make sure no matter where we go, we can't rely that there's going to be diesel, that there's going to be fuel, that there's going to be a grocery store. You need to make sure you're always ready in case you go somewhere there's nothing there, which is a lot of kind of what maybe we found here. For savings and stuff, I have every single app in the world. I mean, we have our EFS card that we use, but that's not going to be useful here, of course.
Yeah.
So every gas station, I've downloaded pretty much every app and can save 10 cents off a gallon here and there. And then if we do decide to have some kind of snacky thing, then I'm using those points we earn from gas to get free snacky stuff. Just trying to be smart, with the way the market's going and stuff, that you just need to be smarter right now.
Pinch your pennies.
I mean, we're doing fine. We're doing okay. In fact, we're on our way to Du Bois, Wyoming, to check out the Tetons. So we're going to find out what it's like once we get over there. But we wanted to give you this real lifetime video because we had subscribers that were really worried about us, and we wanted to let you know that we're okay. Plus, we also wanted to share our experience of just what it was like to be here. And then I'm so devastated by what happened in Yellowstone. No human life was lost, and I don't know about any animals, so I hope that the animals are okay.
One thing we wanted to talk about also was our drive today was going to take us through Yellowstone.
Oh, yes.
It was going to take us in the west and take us to the northeast exit.
Which we were a little nervous about.
Which we were a little nervous driving this camper through there, but we saw people driving through, and that's
the roads are big.
We figured that most of the campsites there can't hold big rigs, but we've seen big rigs driving through, but that must be because that's the route to get through.
Yeah.
But it added an additional 42 miles to our drive today, which was still only like a 200-some mile because of the detour we had to do to go around Yellowstone because it's all shut down.
Yep. And that is okay. It's beautiful. We're taking our time. Being out west is a whole different experience if you've never been out here, especially towing something. It's just definitely a different experience. And not that it's a bad experience, it's a good learning experience.
It's just a lot more elevation changes and stuff. Of course, around Yellowstone, it's a lot more 2-lane roads. Not a lot of interstates running through this part of the country, but it's been good roads.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah, the roads are tremendous. What they do on roads out here, I don't know what it is, but back in the Midwest, you need to do it because these people get harsh, horrible snows.
Yeah.
All right, that's all that we were going to share with you today. So thanks for letting us spend a little bit of time with you. Please like, please subscribe, please smash up the notification bell. Please comment, share your experiences that you've had at Yellowstone with us. If you've been on the north side, share some of those because it was one of the most beautiful sides of the park, I think. So remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our world.
Bye.